My husband was a loving person, and he was the type of person that he would work so hard. He didn't even want me working. When we didn't have, we were struggling, but we made it. And because I am who I am, I end up getting a job. He didn't want me to, but I was like, baby, if you struggling, I'm struggling. We struggling together. So I'm not about to sit up here and be just letting it be all on you when my legs work. You feel me? So I had helped him out and shit. But my husband also was the type of man that he would sit up here, like I said, work so fucking hard, and we would separate like what we would do in the house and shit. And it's so crazy because, that's how he actually died. When he passed away, you know what I'm saying? He was cleaning and feeding our youngest son. My husband was the type of person that he didn't use a mop. He would get on his knees and scrub the fucking stairs and shit. I remember like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm cleaning it. That's how he cleaned. He really fucking cleaned. You know what I'm saying? Not many people do that. Nobody I have met, that's for damn sure. It was something else that I wanted to say about how my husband was. He was just fucking great, yo. But that's what it was. When he passed away, I'm not sure if I put it in my video when I was talking about how he died. I'm pretty sure I did, but just in case I didn't, when he did pass away and I was on the ambulance truck and he was in the other ambulance truck because I was pregnant with our daughter, and I actually almost ended up having her that night, but my neighbors had told me that our boys, they was holding them, they was pointing up to the sky, you feel me? I remember them telling me that. But also, like I said, I almost had my daughter the night that he passed away. And just something funny. Not in the beginning, it's not funny, but I'm gonna get to the funny part. But you know, I was having so much pressure and shit. Like I just wanted to be near my husband or whatever. And it got so bad when we was at the hospital. Like I was just leaning over him crying and everything. It got so bad where they had to actually put me in a fucking wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so much pressure down in my area, you feel me? And my aunt, one of my aunts was like, you need to go up to labor and delivery. And I kept telling them no. But then it got to the point where one of my aunt, my favorite aunt, you know, she had said, she was like, you need to think about this. She was like, he don't want you losing the baby too. You feel me? And she was like, you don't want to see them, your last remembering him, being taken away and shit. So that's how I end up leaving. If it was anybody else, I would never fucking went up to labor and delivery. I promise you. I was in so much pain, but I didn't give a fuck. I really didn't. But she was right. And she was the only one that could actually tell me that. So I went upstairs and everything. And mind you, I'm pissed the fuck off. Even though she was right, I'm still pissed the fuck off because I just wanted to be near my husband, you feel me? I didn't care, you know? So this they had to stick me and shit with the needle, and they had stick me like twice, y'all. I end up cussing them out. I know it's not I say it's funny, but I know it ain't funny, but it was funny. Now that I think about it, you know what I'm saying? Because my uncle was like, yo, I'm telling you, you better make sure that whoever sticks her, make sure they know what they doing because she gonna beat their ass. You feel me? But he was right as shit though. He was definitely right. You feel me? And it's so crazy. Another story, you feel me, when when my uncle said the same shit to these people at church because I don't like letting my kids go. I like them being under my wing. I'm all about protecting my babies. You fuck with my kids, I'm like, it's a whole nother level for me. They my babies, you feel me? So they convinced me to let the kids go to like Sunday church and shit while I was in there with the adults. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, fine. So I was like, all right, fine. So come to find out when church was over and shit, I was getting the kids and everything. And I'm like, where is my son? You feel me? They was taking a little minute. My youngest son, baby boy. I'm like, where's my son? So so then they finally get my son. You feel me? My uncle, he brought him out. He brought him to me. Come to find out, why the hell my son was outside? My son had to be like fucking 2 years old, y'all, and he was playing around the water fountain and shit. He could have died. He could have got hit by a car or anything, but God saved him. You know what I'm saying? And my uncle, he had waited to tell me this, obviously, because he knew I would have cussed the people out. He know I don't care. I don't give a fuck if you inside the church. What the fuck that's supposed to mean? Because y'all had doors. How the fuck did my son get out? He not only got out the doors of the daycare, he got out the big doors to the church. Where they do that at? That makes no fucking sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to have seen my baby, but clearly, I guess nobody have, or somebody just didn't give a fuck. You know, I don't know. Only God knows that. But hell yeah, my uncle, he had told me and shit, and he was like, that he told them, he was like, you lucky I found him, because if she would have known, she would have beat the she would have beat y'all ass and cussed y'all out. She don't care. She don't. He was like, oh, trust me, she don't care that y'all are in the church. You feel me? So yeah, that was funny. I could laugh about it now, but it definitely was not funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm laughing about what my uncle said. You feel me? Because at the time, I still wanted to cuss them out, and that's why he waited to tell me until we was already out the damn church, and I was about to go back in. Like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like, nah, fuck that shit, because if they gonna sit up here and my son got out, who else kid, it could happen to somebody else for real. You feel me? But yeah, that's what it is.